Hello, we shall discuss on complex tissues. What are complex tissues? Complex tissues are made up of more than one type of cells and they work together as a unit. The main components of complex tissues are the xylem and the phloem. Let's first discuss on xylem. Xylem is a complex tissues which help in conducting water and minerals from roots to different parts of the plant. The xylem is made up of different elements: tracheids, vessels, xylem fibers, and xylem parenchyma. Let's discuss on the first one, that is tracheids. Tracheids are elongated tube-like structure having thick and lignified walls. They taper on both sides. They taper on both ends and have many perforation. These are the perforation and they are devoid of protoplasm. That means they are dead cells. The main function of these tracheids is for transporting the materials. Now the second is the vessels. Vessels are cylindrical tube-like structure having a thick and lignified walls. They are devoid of protoplasm, that is dead cell, and they have many perforations. These are the perforation through which the vessel elements or the vessel members remain attached to one another. The next one is the xylem fibers. This is the structure of xylem fibers. Xylem fibers are dead cells. They have a thick and lignified walls and a small pit or small cavity. These xylem fibers are found in between tracheids and vessels, and the main function is for transporting and providing support. The fourth is the xylem parenchyma. The xylem parenchyma are found in association with the xylem elements. So these are found in association and they are living cells having thin wall, and the cell wall is made up of cellulose. The main function of this xylem parenchyma is for storage of food materials in the form of starch and fats, etc. The primary xylem are of two types: protoxylem and metaxylem. So the first form xylem are called as the protoxylem, and the xylem that form later on after the protoxylem are called as the metaxylem. Now, on the basis of their position, the xylem is of two types: endarch and exarch. If the protoxylem is found towards the center and the metaxylem are found on the periphery of the cell, as in case of stem, this condition is called as endarch. If the protoxylem, that is the first form xylem, is found towards the periphery, that is outside of the cell, and the metaxylem is found towards the center of the cell, then that is called as the exarch condition. Now second complex tissue, let's discuss on phloem. Phloem transport food materials from the leaf to other parts of the plant. Now the phloem is composed of elements such as sheath tube, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Let's discuss on the sheath tube elements. The sheath tube element are long cylindrical tube-like structure, and each of these sheath elements remain attached to each other through a sheath plate. So sheath plate is an area where the sheath element remain attached to each other, and the sheath plate have many perforated pores called as the sheath pore, and this sheath pore act as a sheath in transporting the materials inside this sheath tube. Major sheath tube elements contain cytoplasm and large vacuole. The main function of this sheath tube element is for conducting water, minerals, and the food materials. The second is the companion cells. The companion cells are found in association with the sheath elements, and these companion cells are specialized parenchymatous cells, and they are mostly living. The companion cells help in maintaining pressure gradient along the sheath tube while allowing the flow of the water or minerals inside the sheath tube. The next one is the phloem parenchyma. Phloem parenchyma are elongated and cylindrical cells with dense cytoplasm. The cell wall of this phloem parenchyma are composed mostly of cellulose, and plasmodesmatal connection is found in the pit, that is in the cell cavity, through which cell-to-cell connection takes place. The phloem parenchyma mostly function as a storage of food materials and substance like resins, latex, etc. Now the fourth type of phloem fibers are the phloem fibers. This is the structure of the phloem fibers. The phloem fibers are elongated with thick lignified wall and having a small lumen. Lumen refers to the cell cavity. The phloem are mostly sclerenchymatous cells, that means dead cells, and they are mostly absent in the primary phloem. Now the young primary phloem contain these phloem fibers. I mean the young phloem fibers contain protoplasm. That means the young phloem are living, but at maturity they are devoid of protoplasm, hence they become dead. In commercial production, these phloem fibers are used as jute and flax.